Hello again, friends and loyal Wolfpack members, Chaos Wolf here, and welcome back to the Elite Dangerous 2.3 beta server. And again, in beta 3, some more ships have had some buffs, and yes, you're quite correct in thinking, obviously, this is going to be buffs to the Orca. Now, some of you may have already heard about these buffs, but then again, some of you may not, so let's go over them, shall we? Now, these buffs are somewhat drastic in my eyes. What's happened is the Orca has gone and had its hull mass reduced, and from what I understand, it's by no small amount. Because we've gone and set up this lovely looking Orca here for pretty much how I would have it set up for passenger missions. Now, you could now actually, with the changes that are coming in, potentially go and set this up for an exploration ship if you really want to have a really nice long-range explorer, but we're going to have to go and see how well that would work. First of all, let's go and see how I've set this up for passenger missions, because that's what this ship was originally designed for, and a longer jump range is only really going to go and help in that vein. So let's go and see exactly what we've gone and had done to it. Okay, so here we are in the outfitting department. Now, I've got to say, apologies for the poor lighting. This is the black hide for the Dweller, and it's not exactly got the best lighting here, but this is what we have to work with on the beta server currently. Now, let's go and have a look. Currently, hard points are set as a large turreted beam and 2 medium turreted multi-cannons, just because multi-crew is going to be a thing, and why the hell not? Utility mounts, we have a chaff launcher, point defense, and 2 heatsink launchers. Mainly because if the heatsink launchers don't really need to be there. They can be swapped out for shield boosters if you want. It really depends whether you want this to be a bit more of a long range ship. If you want to go and use this for long range passenger running missions, then I think the heatsink launchers may be more useful, because they are a staple to any explorer. Core internals, we've got a 4A power plant because we don't really need any more, because as you can see, we're running quite healthily just as is. We've got 15.6 megawatts overall, and we've got 15.8 overall when we are deployed. But we have a bunch of things turned off in the ship, so it's perfectly viable, perfectly fine. We have 5D thrusters to go and reduce some weight in the ship. We also have D-rated life support, A-rated power distributor, best that we could get just for the weapons, and 4D sensors. Now, coming back out, we're going to go have a look into the optional internals. And as you can see, we've got a bunch of passenger cabins. We've got 1 luxury, 1 first, and 1 business. Now, these are all completely optional. You can do whatever the hell you want in these. You could even take all economy classes, even though that would kind of be a waste of the ship in a way. Because the only reason to buy this ship really is either for the look of it or for the fact that it can actually go and fit luxury cabins, which is why we're going to put one in the largest slot. We've got a 5A shield generator because it is the largest that we can actually fit in here, because the class 6 slot is only for cabins and so on. If we go and have a look, if we could browse the shop, we can only fit cargo racks, hull reinforcements, modular reinforcements, or passenger cabins. So that's why we fitted the best passenger cabin we could. We've also got a 5A fuel scoop to go and replenish our fuel stocks very quickly. We also have a class 3 cargo rack, just because a lot of passenger missions will give you commodities as a reward, and you can't go and accept these missions if you don't have sufficient cargo capacity, which is why we have a class 3. I mean, we could have had less of a class, but yeah, I think this is actually kind of a decent way of using these slots. We've also got an advanced discovery scanner and a detailed surface scanner. Again, these are not necessary, but if you're using this for long range, then you might as well go for it. What I'm thinking is this ship's going to be a really nice hybrid between passenger and explorer. So without further ado, let's go and have a look, because down here you can see that the jump range on this is actually quite nice. But this particular jump range is actually a lot better than what is currently on the live server. On the live server, according to Coriolis, this exact build will give you a 15.42 light year jump range. This is nearly a 10 light year increase to jump range. This is a 9 light year increase. So that is insane. Actually, it's more like an 8.8 light year increase, but either way, it's incredible. This is making this ship so much more usable. because originally this ship really did suffer with its jump range, but now it's had its hull mass reduced significantly. This is really interesting. Now it does appear that the ship has had its hull mass reduced by 72 tons. And because of this, this has actually gone and increased the jump range very, very significantly, which is really nice to go and see. Now what we're going to go and do is we are actually going to go and engineer this up somewhat excessively, just to go and see what we can get it to. Now I know the engineers are not to everybody's liking, so I'm going to try something a little bit different this time, and I'm actually going to go and do most of this off screen. We'll go and see how this works. If people prefer it this way, we'll make this the new standard. If not, we're going to go back to how it was before, when I went and showed all of this. So let me know down in the comments, do you want to go and see all this in these kind of reviews, or do you want me to just skip over this and show you the end result? Like I said, let me know in the comments. We're going to go skip most of this time just to get to the end result. Now, one thing I've got to show you is this very, very nice roll for the shield generator. We're going for enhanced low power shields again, but what I really liked is the fact that the optimal hull mass even actually went and increased. So that was very nice. Everything else is awesome as well. So that we're keeping definitely. And here we go. As you can see, we've managed to get the jump range up to 37.39 light years. Now, I know that's not the best that this ship can actually go and attain, because I've had people attest to me that they've managed to reach 60 light years with this ship, which is mind-bogglingly insane. Though I suspect they've probably stripped these things down to the absolute bare minimum, which is exactly not what we've done, because we've gone for the biggest shield generator we can actually go and fit. We've got a bunch of passenger cabins, which are very heavy. The Class 6 is 40 tons by itself. The Class 5 is 20 tons by itself. So this is by no means a lightweight build. We could go and theoretically go and set this up completely for an exploration ship, foregoing all hard points and everything. And I suspect we could very easily go and get around about, if not exceed, 60 light years worth of jump range. But this is really, really nice to go and see. And I suspect that a lot more people are going to start using this ship, especially after a little bit of engineer modification. Now, like I said, I know a lot of people aren't that interested in engineer modifications, but a lot of people are as well, so I'm never going to not cover that. But anyway, let me know down in the comments what you think. Should I go and still show you all the roles in the engineers, or should I go and skip most of it like we've done here? Let me know, as always, down in the comments what you think would be better. And I'll take that into consideration whether I decide whether or not to actually go and change the format here or not. We'll see. I'm kind of leaning towards keeping it the same, but we'll see what people want. But anyway guys, it's been a very quick look at the buffs coming to the Orca. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this ship being reduced by nearly 80 tons of hull mass. It's making this ship so much more usable for its intended role. But not only that, it's going to be making it more agile, so potentially those of you who like turning ships into combat ships that were never designed to be combat ships, it's going to make you guys very, very happy as well, I suspect. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I do hope you've enjoyed it, shorter though as it may have been. As always, like the video if you've liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Neither of those good enough for you, that's what the comments are for. And also, if you don't want to miss any videos from me, go and hit that bell icon, join the notification squad, I know you won't regret it. But anyway, I've been Commander Chaos Wolf, you guys, as always, have been epic. I will see you soon. And until next time, my fellow commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.